Hey Vlad, how's it going?
Hey, great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Can I ask you some questions?
Absolutely.
Nice. What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
Hard-hitting questions. Bagel with cream cheese and black coffee.
Your go-to source for inspiration.
My go-to source for inspiration has to be the Webflow showcase. Amazing sites in there.
It is great. Dogs or cats?
Absolutely dogs, but I don't hate cats, so both.
Favorite snack?
Pringles, even though they're not really healthy.
Would you rather go to the moon for 10 minutes or go on an all-expense paid trip to Europe for a full year?
I'm gonna assume that the moon trip is also all expenses paid, so I'm gonna go for the moon. That is really out of this world.
What's the first site you built?
It was in 1999 for this movie with Brad Pitt. I don't even remember the name, but I built it in Dreamweaver.
What's the last site you built?
The last one I do remember, it was with one of my kids, and we built an office facts site to share with friends.
That's awesome. What's your mantra?
Mantra, try to do everything possible to make other people's lives easier.
Coffee or tea?
Definitely coffee on work days, lots of coffee, and tea on the weekends.
If you had to do something other than be CEO of Webflow, what would you do?
Speaking of coffee, I would probably start a wildly unprofitable coffee shop. That would be just a fun place to hang out.
What was your favorite class in college?
That was in art school, and it would have to be visual effects. Incredibly fun.
Can you spell onomatopoeia?
Oh no, I can't.
What is the adverb form of onomatopoeia?
Poetically? I don't know.
Wow, I'm impressed. What was Webflow almost called?
Webflow was almost called marked up with a missing vowel because we couldn't get the domain name.
What's something you stand for?
I stand for equal rights for all people.
When do you feel the most creative?
That would have to be Saturday mornings when I'm playing Legos with my kids. The wildest things happen.
What do you take notes on?
I take notes on this guy, my phone, in the iOS Notes app.
Favorite non-Webflow no-code tool?
That would have to be VoiceFlow. You can build really awesome apps for Alexa, Google Home, things like that. And I really enjoyed building some fun things with my kids.
What would people be surprised to learn about you?
That would probably be that I'm an introvert.
Who is your childhood hero?
Definitely my uncle. I grew up in Russia where we didn't have any technology and he had a TV, and I thought that was the coolest.
Which phrase do you use the most?
Probably take care most recently. I sign off all my emails with that.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Extrovert, obviously, come on.
What's your favorite sci-fi story?
Interstellar, by far.
Hi, Vlad.
Hey, Sara.
Hi. So, what's the book that changed your life?
The thing that comes to mind most recently is The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek.
Yeah. And what's a book title that's never been written?
Probably Webflow, How We Got to 7 Billion Users. Coming 3 years from now.
What other CEOs do you look up to?
I would have to say Wade at Zapier, another no-code company, and Mathilde Collin from Front. She's one of my favorite CEOs.
What's your favorite thing about Greamer?
Favorite thing about Greamer, I don't know how he does this, but he randomly shows up to correct me all the time when I use like a phrase wrong or something like that.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ugh, terrible singer, but probably would have to say Livin' La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin.
How does that go again?
It goes exactly like that, Livin' La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin. Not gonna sing.
Did you have any childhood nicknames?
I did, but they'd be really confusing because they're all in Russian.
What's something you're really proud of that Webflow has done?
I am so proud of launching Webflow for Students, which makes Webflow free for students. It just unlocks the ability to learn no code.
In your TechCrunch article, you wrote openly about your experience about being a refugee. What was the biggest thing that experience taught you?
That so much about life is based on luck and not just hard work. and that underneath it all, humans are good.
Who do you follow in the Webflow community?
Probably thousands of people, but the person who comes to mind most recently is Grace Walker. She builds in public, elevates a lot of people in the no-code space, and has just been a wonderful person to follow.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve? I would say seeing designs or something that's up on a wall that's like 1 or 2 pixels off.
How does Webflow prioritize what to build next?
We talk to our users. We really try to understand the problems that are facing them. We look at our wish list. We talk to our community. And then we try to decide what we can build that affects the most people positively. The hardest part about that is actually saying no to a lot of things because there's so many things we could build.
How would you describe no code in exactly 4 words?
Ooh, 4 words. Giving creatives engineering superpowers.
What's one question that we should have asked you?
I don't know. Why did we just walk around the entire building and end up in the same place?
Okay, why did we just walk around the entire building and end up in the same place?
I knew you were going to do that. I have no idea, but it was really fun.
From 1 to 10, how optimistic are you about the future?
1 to 10, can I go up to 20? Because the future is really freaking amazing. I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Vlad. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Take care.